Hi there. In this video, we're going to be talking about adding integers. It's first really important to talk about, well, what exactly is an integer? And so an integer is simply just counting numbers, 0, and their opposites. So let me draw a number line to help explain this. So in this number line, I have 0 in the middle, and I started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then their opposites are simply just the negative numbers, okay? So that's what that means, that opposite numbers are going to be negative. So the opposite of 1 would be -1. The opposite of 2 would be -2. Opposite of 3, -3, 4, and -4, and so on. And these numbers aren't restricted to just these numbers, but this is just what I fit on my number line. This can go forever in the positive direction, and then we can go forever in this way in the negative direction. So that's my negative side, okay? And so if we're going to use the number line a lot to help us add integers, okay? So we're going to be adding positive and negative numbers together. And so if we are adding numbers, if we are moving to the positive side, means that we're moving to the right. And if we're moving to the negative side, that means we're going to move to the left. So I first want to look at the example of 5 plus -2, okay? So if I'm adding this number here is positive, this number here is negative. Now, if I'm doing this, I can look at this a couple of ways, all right? I can write it as 5 plus -2 here. I could also write it as 5 plus quantity -2, or I could write this and think about it as 5 minus 2. All three of these mean the same thing, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is, we know that the answer is going to be 3, okay? If you know this problem here, 5 minus 2, we know that we're going to get 3, all right? And that's going to be the answer to each of these. But what I want to do is show you by using a number line how this works. Now, once I draw a number line, I have to label where my 0 is going to go and usually count either to the right and to the left. I know that the furthest right I'm going to go is 5, and we're going to arrive at 3. So let me show you how I do this. So what I do is I start at 0, always start at 0, and I count 5 spaces to the right. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right? And that's my first number, okay? And that means because my number out here was a positive 5, I'm going to move that out 5 units to the right. Now because I have a -2, I'm going to start where I left off at 5 and move back to the left 2 units. So I'm going to start where we left off at 5 and count back to the left 3 units, okay? So that's where we go, and then we arrive at 3, and that's our answer, okay? So again, start at 0, all right? Move 5 units to the right because that's the first one, okay? And then move back 2 units as that's our second one, all right? Because we're positive, all right? If we've got a positive number, we move to the right. When we have a negative number, we move to the left, all right? Let's take a look at another example. Now, in this example, I'm going to do -4 plus -5. Now, you could also see it by using parentheses and saying parentheses -4 plus -5, or you could see it by using -4 minus 5, okay? Either way, all three of these things represent the same thing. So again, let's draw a number line. And so once I draw my number line, again, I'm going to start at 0. Now, my first number is -4. So if I have -4, I'm going to move to the left -4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then the next thing I'm doing is I'm subtracting 5. So I'm adding another -5, okay? Either way you want to look at it, doesn't matter. But because that 5 is negative, I'm going to move to the left another 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we arrive at -9, and that is our answer, okay? So I'm going to do that with everything. And meaning that I can do and use a number line for every single one of these problems, okay? And I don't have to. A lot of these you can just do in your head or you can think about it, but a number line is a fail-safe way on how to answer these questions. Now, on my last example here, I'm going to do 2 plus -6, okay? Again, I could write that as 2 plus quantity negative 6, or I could write this as 2 minus 6. Okay, and so again, I'm going to draw a number line to show this. And so on this one, when I draw my number line, okay, I've got 0 in the middle. I've got a couple of positive numbers here and some negative numbers over on the left side. All right, again, positive means I'm going to go to the right. Negative means I'm going to go to the left. All right, so if we start at 2, okay, if our first number is 2, I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to move 2 units to the right. So 1, 2. Now the next one, where I am going to be adding a negative 6, I'm going to move 6 spaces to the left. So I'm going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I land at negative 4. So my answer to 2 plus negative 6 is going to give me negative 4. Okay. Now, a couple of things that I want you to notice with these problems here. All right. Notice how my first number, my positive number, is bigger than my 2, okay? So 5 plus negative 2 is going to keep my number positive. When I have both of them are negative, one of the ways that you can think about it is that I could just add 4 and 5 and make my answer negative. 4 plus 5 would give you 9, but negative 4 plus negative 5 would give you negative 9. Now, 2 plus negative 6. Now, I look at the number 2 and I look at the number 6. So 6 is bigger than 2, all right? So I know that my answer is going to be negative, all right? In any case, in all 3 of these problems, I did the same thing. I used a number line. I counted to the spot where my first number is, and then I moved to the left or right depending on what this number was, okay? And it doesn't matter which one you do first. You could do them in any order, and you'll get the same thing. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.